So actually, the CBCS that we have adopted basically is your choice-based credit system. Here, this choice means choice of multiple courses, and credit means a class hour per week, which carries additional importance in credit system. So here, one credit is equivalent to 1 hour of theory teaching, and in a week, and 1 hour credit also equivalent to 2 hours of practical conducted. That is also taken in account with respect to week calculation. So in simple word, I would define it as a student centric approach to learning or acquiring higher education. So choice based credit system provides a convenient, at the same time effective teaching learning platform wherein the students or knowledge seeker has the flexibility to choose their courses from a list of open elective, departmental elective, and various soft skill courses. Core subject, of course, will be a mandatory requirement. Say for engineering stream, first year is common for all branches. That includes basic sciences subjects, yoga, and personality development courses. From second year onwards, core subject will be introduced stream wise. So we at SRM University follow CBCS syllabus for Triple E department, which provide opportunity to Triple E students to enhance their skills and knowledge to meet industry expectation. Apart from foundation courses, we have open elective for our curriculum. List of open elective courses is selected in such a manner so that student can acquire skill of learning. We at SRM University give opportunity to students to learn German, French, or Japanese as a foreign language. So they have a choice to select any one of them, you know, any one of the language. As per Industry 4.0, referred to as Energy 4.0 in power sector, that is the digital transformation in power sector that is taking place. So students nowadays will be trained to learn application of electrical engineering in IoT, that is your Internet of Things, cloud computing, Python, big data analytics, machine learning, neurofuzzy, and genetic programming, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity, etc. So these are the topics that whatever the application is there, because as we are getting digitalized, so we have modified our curriculum. So along with that various other choices, we also teach management subjects such as economics and principles of management, industrial engineering and management, intellectual property rights, innovation and technology, etc. are also part of our curriculum for overall holistic development of student personality to be created during a set of curriculum. Similarly, our fine-tuned and specialized curriculum covers list of departmental elective which deals with study of advanced topics related to power electronics and power system, electric vehicle, renewable energy, microgrid, smart grid, etc. So our department follows innovative practices to enhance student skills by encouraging them to learn via MOOC courses also, that is massive open online courses. So by using these online platform of NPTEL, etc., where the students do the assignment and study along with it, faculty member also train students here with GATE preparation to enhance their skills and get into the core companies. We also have a semester abroad program where SRM University is having tie-up or MOUs, you can say, signed up by various international university, where students have liberty to go there and complete one semester, and credits will be transferred to our at SRM University that degree. And also, as per CBCS syllabus, nowadays we are giving this one complete eighth semester is dedicated for industrial training for 5 months duration. Our aim is basically to provide an opportunity to students to get familiarized with the industry of their own discipline and discover the organization within the industry. So, along with that, various industrial visits from time to time are arranged for students to know the application part of it. As well as students have to prepare various major and minor projects from time to time under the guidance of faculty members. Also, I'd like to mention that if Indian student wants to pursue higher education in European countries, then they have to have a UG degree of credits above 180. So here we give an opportunity to students to earn 185 credits for their respective courses by adding various value-added courses to it. So basically, my aim is to create a multidisciplinary approach for our student so that we can equip them in a manner so that they are able to face real world challenges. And later on, not just job seekers, but they are, as per our logo of SRM University, that is learn, lead, and lead, in a way so that in future they are confident enough to open up their own startup or to enhance their own entrepreneur skills. So in a way, serving mankind in a better way with multidisciplinary approach. That's it from my side, sir. Uh,
Thank you, Deepika ji, for highlighting the important initiative which you already have taken in regard to this national education policy. Big thanks for joining and sharing. We'll come back to the questions. Right, so now, with this, we come to the last part of the session, which is the question part. We have already received many questions. I would be presenting these questions to all our key speakers. But before I start presenting these questions, I'll just would share my screen for a minute. I just would like to share the kind of work we have been doing at School Lalaji Solutions. So I'll just share my screen for a minute, to share that. Some of you are already aware that School Lalaji Solutions, we are India's largest one-stop solution platform for educational institutions. School Lalaji is present in 42 cities, working with around 4,500 institutions. We help educational institutions in three ways. We help them in buying right thing from right people at right price. We also help institutions in selling their old stuff like their old buses, generators, furniture. We also help institutions in raising money, that may be in terms of loans or fee financing. Why any educational institution would need a platform like School Lalaji to find right partner for itself? You have your old suppliers, your team is expert, you are getting good discount, your team is efficient. Why you need a partner like School Lalaji? There are two main reasons. In our education ecosystem, we have more than 10,000 educational suppliers in different categories. It's very difficult for all of you, all education leaders, all school leaders to reach out to them, to understand their products, to differentiate between different products available, because you have so many other things to look after too. Here we come into picture. We have category experts who interact with these companies on daily basis. We also talk to their previous client to certify their credibility. We also negotiate with them on your behalf, and then accordingly we understand your school, your taste, your budgetary limitation, and then accordingly we recommend you the right set of 2-3 companies. Then you can do that further part. These are different categories where we are supporting, where we are offering a support to educational institutions: smart classroom procurement, uniform, insurance, diesel, solar plant installation, language lab, security solutions, furniture, recruitment, music classrooms, healthcare, robotics, STEM scheme labs, career counseling, stationery, digital marketing, IT solutions, educational tour, generators, learning tools, and finance. And we take the guarantee that will save you at least 5 to 7% of your annual expenditure. So that's kind of a 5% extra revenue generation for you. Just one example, we saved 2 crore 40 lakh rupees, in just one category, this bus insurance for different educational institutions in 2019. Some major highlights: we did 8 megawatt plus solar installation for different schools, 3,000 plus bus insurance in 2019. We are perhaps India's largest school bus insurance partner. 400 plus smart classroom, 2,000 plus cameras, 350 plus training programs, 56 old buses, uniform in 42 schools. So by the end of 2021, we aim to reach out to 10,000 institutions. We need your support, your guidance, your blessings. Big thanks. I'll end my talk here. And with this, we come to the question part. I would request Vidyarthi sir, sir, if I may present the first question to you.
Yes, sir.
Sir, this question has come from Miss Pooja Sharma. Pooja ji is a TGT teacher with the, Pooja Sharma ji is a primary teacher with Sukhram School Hisar. The question says, what are the factors that lead to the reform in the previous education system? In fact, a lot of people have asked this question to us during the previous session as well. कि जरूरत क्या थी कि सब कुछ तो ठीक चल रहा था. What was the need to bring this national education policy?
जरूरत ये थी कि जैसा कि मैंने बताया, ये जो सेटअप है हमारा एजुकेशनल सेटअप इंडियन सेटअप नहीं है. ये सेटअप मैकाले का दिया हुआ सेटअप है, जिसका गोल टोटली डिफरेंट था. गोल था कि इंडियंस को कैसे तैयार किया जाए कि वो ब्रिटिश साम्राज्य के काम आ सके. उस समय ये गोल था उनका, और उसमें वो काफी हद तक सफल भी रहे. इसलिए ये एक तो मेन चीज तो ये है. दूसरी ये है कि अपडेशन अपडेशन समय बदलता जाता है. समय के साथ साथ चीजों को अगर नहीं बदला जाता तो वो यूजलेस हो जाती हैं. पूरा वर्ल्ड बदल रहा है, नई नई चीजें आ रही हैं, लोगों की थिंकिंग चेंज हो रही है, एटीट्यूड चेंज हो रहा है. ऐसे में एजुकेशन पॉलिसी जहां से सारी चीजें निकलती हैं, उसको अगर अपडेट ना किया जाए तो ये बड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा कि हम पूरा ग्लोबल सिनेरियो में कैसे ठहर पाएं और कैसे चीजों को हैंडल कर सके. इसलिए बदलाव तो जरूरी होता है, और मैं समझता हूँ इसीलिए ये पॉलिसी इन दो उद्देश्यों को ध्यान में रखते हुए जरूरी थी.
Right, sir. Thank you, Vidyarthi sir. I'll come back to you for your concluding remark. There is another question. I have also pasted the question in the chat box. It has been asked by Shubham Gupta ji. So I would request Charles sir, sir, if I may present this question to you. Charles sir.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Definitely.
I am also, sir, I have also posted the question in the chat box. Mr. Shubham Gupta, PGT Physics from Dayanand Dinanath Education Sector, Kanpur, has asked this question. What is the role of teacher in order to make the NEP successful? Teachers को क्या करना पड़ेगा, sir?
Okay, that question is for me, Mike.
Right, sir.
I think कि जिसने भी पूछा है भाई, it is like थोड़ा सा डरावना है, because what is the role of the teacher? Teacher ही है और कोई है ही नहीं. See, ultimately आपकी जो buildings है, आपका जो system है, आपके जो ACs हैं, आपका जो आंगनबाड़ी है, everything has no value. The teacher is the only person, and that is why you see when you have Shanti Niketan, got it over there. So if the teacher is enlightened, for example, if I'm the teacher and you give me children even who don't have anything, right? They don't have anything. We can still write on the, just write on the ground and make them excited, isn't it? चिड़िया कहाँ है? अच्छा वो चिड़िया है. अच्छा वो चिड़िया का नाम क्या है? अच्छा चिड़िया के नाम दे दो. So you give them names, okay? Then you say अच्छा गिनो. Then you start counting the चिड़िया. अच्छा कितनी भाग गई? अच्छा कितनी आ गई? So it's a very small little thing, but what happens? The creativity will excite the kids, and you have to ignite just 1 or 2 or 3 kids, and they'll be playing on the street and they'll be learning mathematics. So if we're talking about the teacher is everything. Today, that is why we are creating so much of emphasis on the teacher. The teacher basically is a motivator. It is not a person who has a repository of knowledge. But repository of knowledge की जरूरत क्या है? Everybody knows ABCD. Everybody knows everything. जानने की क्या जरूरत है? All you need to do is computer खोलो, सब कुछ पता चल जाएगा. NEP का computer खोला, पूरा पता चल जाएगा. But how do you implement it? How do you understand it? The human contact is very important. The way the teacher smiles, the way the teacher looks. Is the teacher so arrogant कि बच्चे भाग जाते हैं? Isn't it? So we had teachers who would tell us, तुम्हारे पल्ले तो chemistry आ ही नहीं सकती थी, and children never learned chemistry. The easiest subjects are science-based subjects which are logical. Man is a logical person, isn't it? And we find the logical subjects only the toughest. The reason is because the people who taught logical subjects didn't understand it. उन्होंने भी फेल दिया, हमने भी फेल दिया, और फिर वही a person felt very good कि 90% में क्या आता है उसको 12 का 144 आता है, उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं आता कि भाई वो 144 से करोगे क्या. He doesn't know how to write the 144 that is attractive. He doesn't know, isn't it? So he cannot explain more than that. So ultimately, it is the teacher who's everything. The dressing sense of the teacher, to the way the teacher talks, the way the teacher smiles, and the way the teacher motivates the kids, isn't it? Isn't it? So if the teacher has a bath every day and just comes to school, looking neat, you believe me, even in Anganwadi school, every child will have a bath and come neatly. Teacher के जैसे, that's how you teach. It's not कि कल से नहा के आना, तुम इतने गंदे बच्चे हो, ऐसे थोड़ी चलेगा. So I'm sorry, I've taken some time, but I just want to, just put that point straight, that the teacher is everything. Without the teacher, कुछ नहीं चलेगा. Your school can have ACs and no everything. Got it?
Right.
It's the teacher who's the core competent person over there. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Charles sir. Now I would request. I believe Dhamdev sir has to leave, so he has given a message. Right. So now I would request Shifra ma'am. Shifra ma'am, I have already posted the question in the chat box. Neetu Rani ji, PRT with Sukhram Memorial Public School, Hisar. The question says, what kind of changes in the syllabus after the implementation of NEP?
See, the NCERT is still basically working on the curriculum framework. Okay, so it will again take almost a year for the changes that we can expect. But again, CCE, I think, will be the part of the curriculum. It will be back in the system because that continuous evaluation is a process wherein, the development of the child takes place. So I think CCE will be back, and rest, let's see, because they're still in the framework. They're still being decided.
Absolutely. Thank you, Shifra ma'am. I'll come back to you with your concluding remark. Balvinder sir, I would request if I may present the next question to you.
Okay, please.
Sir, I am also
Yes, please.
posting the question in the chat box. I have posted the question in the chat box. It has been asked by Ms. Rachna Srivastava, TGT SR Education Center, Kanpur. The question says, for teachers, the probation period can be of 5 years or more or less, thus giving freedom to the institutions to decide on the process of confirming tenure, which can be detrimental to the academic freedom of the teacher. This is problematic since the regulatory authorities will have no roles in matters related to this. How can we ensure a free and fair environment for the faculty members to perform well? Balvinder sir.
Hans, yes. Rachna ma'am, actually, see, every institution, every school, they all depend upon good teachers. So I'm not so very sure, because in CBSE, the probation period are in government regular employees. In the case of regular employees, the probation period is for 2 years only. But if it has been amended to 5 years, I'm not aware of that. But see, if you are good, if you are dedicated, sincere, then all institutions would want you to stay with them only. So it's nothing that if you are a good teacher, then no institution would like to let you go. They would like to retain you at any cost. So my suggestion, I may not be the right, my suggestion to you is that please work upon yourself, try to improve yourself, your results, your hard work, your sincerity, dedication will decide your future. No regulation can decide your future. Then there can be any number of excuses. If the institution does not want you, then there can be any number of excuses. See, this is just a legal term, but your work and dedication, they require good teachers. The institution cannot survive without good teachers, good employees, sincere employees. So you will get all the credit, you will get all the rewards, and you will get all the respect also, if your work is good for the institute. So that's what I can suggest. Others may be able to tell you more about this 5-year term. I'm not aware of it. Sorry.
Right, absolutely, and this is true for every industry, sir. Every organization, every factory, every company, every organization is looking for good people, and good people are so rare. So if you want to secure our career, so we just need to become efficient. We just need to become more.
Yes. I would like to, as Rajul, you have said very correctly. As a principal, I know there is dearth of good teachers. We are not able to find good teachers. So if ma'am, you are good, then definitely no school is going to let you go. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Balvinder sir. And now I would request Deepika ma'am, if I may present the last question to you, Deepika ji. Deepika Yadav ji, do we have your presence? I believe we have lost the connection with Deepika ji. We have one question in the chat box. I would request Charles sir, if I may present this question to you. Aarti Yadav ji has asked this question. Is NEP
Yes, sir.
beneficial for teachers? Sir, NEP नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी टीचर्स को कैसे फायदा पहुंचाएगी?
See, I'll tell you one thing. मुझे जो टॉपिक मिला था वो था लिटरेसी एंड न्यूमरेसी. ये जो क्वेश्चन है ये बाहर है लेकिन मैं बोल दूंगा, ठीक है. सो द ब्यूटी ऑफ दिस whoever has asked this question, it's a beautiful question. See, पहले क्या था कि you had प्री प्राइमरी के का एक स्केल है. आई एम गोइंग टू एग्जैक्टली टॉक एग्जैक्टली व्हाट द टीचर वांट्स. प्री प्राइमरी का एक स्केल था, फिर पीआरटी का एक स्केल है, फिर टीजीटी का एक स्केल है, फिर पीजीटी का एक स्केल है, और फिर प्रिंसिपल का एक स्केल है. सो यू सी दैट देयर इज द हायरार्की ऑफ फाइनेंसेस. ओके, नाउ द फर्स्ट थिंग ओवर हियर इज you could be a teacher at any level. It does not depend on your salary. Your salary could be equal to the principal salary or salary of the highest PGT, and you'll be teaching nursery KG classes. Fantastic. एक बात तो ये हो गया full. Number two, some person is just getting a huge salary for doing nothing. क्यों? क्योंकि उनको 25 साल हो गए. After 25 years, वो क्या वो अब मिलता you know, you keep getting the upgrade करके खूब बढ़िया salary मिल गए. That's not it. Your grading system will be according to performance, right? So usually what happens is youngsters, they come in with full energy, और फिर वो कहते हैं, फिर उनके कहते हैं भाई ये नहीं चलेगा, अब चमचागिरी करो. Isn't it? हेडमास्टर की चमचागिरी करो, इस मैडम की चमचागिरी करो, उसकी चमचागिरी करो, and then you get your grades. Okay, बढ़िया बढ़िया बढ़िया. Okay, but now what happens is you could be a young, bright entrepreneur and you will be the best teacher with a fantastic salary. You'll be taking a fantastic package. You could be teaching just class 3 or class 4. I think this is the best news. If that had happened earlier, believe me, I would be in class 1 or class 2 instead of being the principal. Maza aa jata. Great.
Right. Thank you, Charles sir, and your energy, your enthusiasm is inspiring, sir.
Sir.
Big thanks for joining and sharing this enthusiasm with all of us. Big thanks. And Shipra ma'am, I would request, there is a question in the chat box, and this would be the last question for the day. This is about that mother tongue. Do you think it would create problem, Shipra ma'am? Shipra Bhatia ma'am, do we have your presence? Okay, I would request Balvinder sir, if you can take on this question.
Okay, see, in the new education policy, they have given the option that child can study in their mother tongue. But yes, practically, many schools, they would like to have the medium of instruction as English only, because most of us are right now, we are English medium schools. So we would like to continue with the same medium of instruction. But yes, the NEP is focusing on the education in the mother tongue, but it is to be decided by, it will be decided by the school management, that what they want to adopt, or which medium of instruction they want to follow. It is not going to be mandatory for the schools, but it is going to be optional, I think. So in urban, rural, whatever the schools may be. So this is going to be the decision taken by the school management. They are going to decide about the medium of instruction. So it's not going to be mandatory that all childs are going to study in mother tongue. Mother tongue will be taught. It is being taught already in all, like if you will go to South, then they are taught, instead of Hindi, they are taught Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam as a subject also. So in North India also, in Punjab also, they are taught Punjabi from the first, or from the nursery itself. So it's not going to change the present system, I think. If that's
right. Thank you, Balvinder sir. So big thanks once again to all the speakers, all the participants for joining us to this very special 141st session of Leadership Talks. But before we end the session, we come to the end of the session. I would request if we can have your concluding remark. So I would request all our speakers. Dhandev sir has left. He has to attend some other session. Charles sir, Shipra ma'am, Balvinder sir, Deepika ma'am, I would request if we can have your concluding remark. And we have also established one very interesting practice that while sharing your concluding remark, if you can also share one idea, one thought that you would like to implement at any cost if you get a chance to become Minister of Education of our country. So what would be your priority? आप क्या करेंगे? Let's say you become Minister of Education for one day. तो अब एक दिन में as a priority क्या चीज को है जो आप करना चाहेंगे? So I would request, if we have the presence of Deepika Yadav ji, Deepika ji, do we have your presence? Deepika ji, I believe we have lost the connection with Deepika Yadav ji. Now I would request, Balwinder sir, if we can have your concluding remark, and what would be your priority अगर आप भारत के शिक्षा मंत्री बने?
Thank you. First thing I would like to do is that I would like to see that all teachers, they may be working in private schools, they may be working in government school, they should get the equal salary, equal work, equal pay. That is my dream. If I am made education minister, then the budget of education will be it will be the duty of the government to provide the budget for these things. Thank you for asking this.
आपको फिर शिक्षा मंत्रालय से सर फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री भी देनी पड़ेगी.
I don't think it is going to be too tough. See, if we will increase the level of education, the development will also happen. It's related to each other.
Yes.
It's not that we cannot, do apart education and the development of the country.
Absolutely.
Both are interrelated.
Absolutely. और इस पे I'm sure आप लोगों ने इस पे ध्यान दिया. नारायण मूर्ति जी ने करीब 7-8 साल पहले एक रिपोर्ट गवर्नमेंट से शेयर किया और बोला कि भाई हम लोग 100 बच्चों को सिलेक्ट करें हर साल और उनके ऊपर हम लोग खर्चा करें और उनको स्कॉलरशिप देके दुनिया भर में भेजें अलग अलग फील्ड्स में पढ़ने के लिए. एंड देन एक कंडीशन हुआ कि 10 साल वो बाहर काम करेंगे, उसके बाद उनको इंडिया में आके काम करना पड़ेगा. और हर साल ऐसे 100 लोग अगले 10 साल के बाद जब भारत में आने शुरू हो जाएंगे, जिन्होंने बड़े अच्छे इंस्टीट्यूशंस में रिसर्च करी है और वो भारत में आके कुछ ना कुछ कर रहे हैं. So that would create the impact. So education, जो चार्ल्स सर ने बताया, नेल्सन मंडेला जी ने भी कहा, he recalled that. So education is the only tool which empowers the nation, which empowers the societies. So big thanks Balwinder sir for that.
एक चीज मैं ऐड करना चाहूंगा इसमें. हमारे शिक्षा अभी हमारे स्टेट हरियाणा के चीफ मिनिस्टर ने कहा कि they are spending 23,000 per annum on every child in the government school. तो अगर ये बजट हमें दे दें प्राइवेट स्कूल्स को, है ना, तो आई थिंक वी कैन पे द सैलरी टू ऑल आवर टीचर्स इक्वल टू व्हाट गवर्नमेंट इज.
सर तमिलनाडु सरकार 36,000 रुपए खर्च कर रही है सरकारी बच्चे पे.
तो अगर एवरेज बेसिस पे भी हमें कुछ भी दे दें, वट एवर द बजट गवर्नमेंट इज स्पेंडिंग, तो वी विल प्रोवाइड द क्वालिटी एजुकेशन एंड वी विल पे द सैलरी आल्सो equivalent to the government teachers to all our employees.
Absolutely. 90, sir, आप मुझे correct करें. You all are experienced people. I believe that 90% private schools are surviving at a lesser salary, lesser fees, like 2,000 rupees per month or 1,500 rupees per month. So they are charging less fees than that.
Not 90%. I would like to increase this number क्योंकि मेरा जो area here, I'm in the Hisar district. तो मेरे ख्याल में more than 95% schools are getting like their average collection is 10,000, less than 10 to 15,000. खास करके जो रूरल एरिया में schools हैं, उनकी तो फीस बहुत ही रीजनेबल है, very very reasonable.
वो भी आती नहीं है.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Balwinder sir. Now I would request Bhatia ma'am, if you can have your concluding remark. And what would be your priority if you get a chance to become Minister of Education? Shipra Bhatia ji. Shipra ma'am, do we have your presence? I believe we have lost the connection with Shipra ji. Now I would request Charles sir, we would like to conclude this session with your remarks. So what I would request for your concluding remark, and what would be your priority, sir, if you get a chance to become Minister of Education for one day?
Sir, I'll not want to be the Minister of Education. So I want Balvinder sir to be the Minister of Education. And अगर ये viral हो गया ना sir, तो 100% is going to become the Minister of Education. I think मेरा vote तो जाएगा ही जाएगा. Great. But yeah, if we are really serious, at a serious note, if we are talking about implementing one thing in schools, I think instead of measuring the IQ of teachers, I would go in for the EQ of teachers. And only those with the basic EQ levels will be permitted to teach, because I think more damage is done by angry teachers, disgruntled teachers, and teachers, who have a bad attitude, than teachers who have less knowledge. So I think that is one thing that I would implement in every school across the board. That's my concluding. And the NEP is definitely a fantastic, it's a fantastic document, and I wish we can actually imbibe with it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Charles, sir, for that. And big thanks to all of you for participating. Dhanandev sir, Charles sir, Shipra ma'am, Balvinder sir, Deepika ma'am. I also thank other participants for being with us for the entire session. So big thanks once again for joining us at this 141st session of Leadership Talks. We'll end the session here. Thank you all. Thank you.